2, 1. What's good, guys? This is Ix, and we're gonna be going over backward super glides with a basic default PlayStation 4 controller, and I'm playing on console, not a PC. There's no extra stuff added. This is just a regular console with a PS4 controller, and yeah, regular DualShock. So this is how we do it. First, I'm gonna go over my settings, which does help me do a backward super glide and backward mini glides quite like a bit. So first, we have like my overall just like button layout. So instead of clicking, I think it's square and X at the same time, which you know is plausible with just one thumb, but I click L1 and crouch, which is my right stick. So I use these two, and I click them at the same time to do a super glide. And right now I'm going to teach you guys what a super glide is. So when you're climbing up to a wall, so this is like the basics, right? So if you already know this, just like skip ahead until you find it. And so this is a regular super glide. You're going to climb up to the wall, and somewhere in between here to this and this to this, in between this weird climbing animation where you're like stuck on the wall to this, you're going to be, there's like a little small moment in time where if you click your crouch button and your jump button at the same time, it sends you flying, and it's called a super glide. So basically, just keep practicing at it until you get the timing right. And yeah, so it's possible on controller if you guys didn't already know that. And yeah, so that's a super glide. And then we're gonna go over backward super glides, which are really hard. So maybe learn the sideways super glide first, which is actually kind of needed. So first, you just move your movement stick into this general direction of where you want to go, which is like the sideways, right? So it does a sideways super glide. Basically same thing, but move your stick this way. And the timing is a little bit weirder in my opinion. Like, I do it less although I like consistently, but I can do it. So that's one thing. So there you go. And you're gonna need to know how to do backward super glides here. And then now, the hugest thing to backward super glides is your character. You can have the cleanest, backward super glide. Like, the cleanest backward super glide you ever want is gonna be on Horizon. You're not gonna be able to get it anywhere else. Like that, you could do that on Octane with Stim, but it's a lot harder because of the air strafe that Horizon has. And I call it a jet strafe because it's not really an air strafe or a tap strafe. It's kind of in the middle. It's like a hard strafe. Some people, I've heard it being called. Like, it's not an actual thing, but I've called it hard strafe, but I call it jet strafe now. And it's a lot harder to do a backward super glide. Like, you could do a sideways super glide, like going forward and then like kind of hard strafe in there this way. But doing a backward one, it is pretty hard on any other character, although it is possible. So yeah, you could do that on. You can do it as Octane, but I haven't done it like in a while. So yeah, it's possible with every character, but with everything it just needs timing, and it's just a lot harder overall because the air strafe is just a lot slower. So if you guys want like a good backward super glide, you guys pretty much have to be Horizon. And that's why I mean Horizon, because of the fact that you could basically almost tap strafe on a controller. And yeah, so if you want a really clean one, it's going to have to be Horizon. So now we're going to go over it. It's kind of like a jet strafe super glide. So this is a jet strafe super glide. When you do a super glide and then you instantly turn the opposite direction and you still gain some of your momentum like that. So think of it kind of like a tap strafe, but on controller. And that was a really bad example. But if you time it right, there you go. It's a super glide, and you instantly go forward and then turn this way. And I think it works because like air strafing, once you're like already have a pretty good continuous motion like this, and you end up going faster. So you're already going in that general direction, and since you have enough speed, you just air strafe a lot easier, so it looks like a tap strafe, and that's what I think it is. So I'm going to call that a jet strafe, and it's basically that, but you're going to be looking this way. So you're going to climb and then look this way, and as you're here, you're going to do a regular tap strafe. Regular super glide, and you're going to super glide forward, and then you're going to jet strafe this way. So it's going to be a little bit harder and a little bit more like an acute kind of like strafe, I guess. So you're gonna look here, and then see that was like if you time it okay, it's really bad. So you have to time it perfect to get like a really good one, go all the way over here. So you're gonna go here, And once you're right here, you're going to do a tap strafe. And you're going to kind of do a diagonal super glide. So this is a diagonal super glide, which I hate doing. It's not sideways and it's not forward. It's kind of like to the side, kind of like a diagonal. So you're basically here and you're already diagonaling, which is this way. And then all you need to do is just jet strafe this way and you're going straight. And that's basically like, I guess, the science behind it. And yeah, that's a backward super glide on controller without any mod or any type of thing to, like, I don't know, help you tap strafe. So that's basically what it is. And you could do that on wall jumps too. Like, let's say on a wall jump. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make another video for that. Yeah, I'm going to make another backward wall jump video. So yeah, that's a backwards super glide. So any questions, let me know in the comments. If it doesn't work for you, maybe you have to change your settings. And these are my ALC settings, just in case like it helps. I find that having your outer threshold really high helps, because it makes the maximum movement be like further all the way closer to the thing. Before, I used to run it like max, which is like this. You basically barely have to put any effort, and it moves, like, your thing moves a lot faster. Because at here, you're already at max speed, and I'm like halfway on my thing. And you do go pretty fast, so yeah. And it helps you, but your aim, it does not help you. It kind of like screws it up. But yeah, that is a backward super glide, and those are my ALCs. So if you guys have any questions on that, hit me up in the comments. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna respond. Not that many people commenting, but yeah, that's a backward super glide on controller. Yeah, later.